Welcome to the Investment Process Channel. I am C3 Christopher Campbell. This channel where we teach people how to create generational wealth through trading. Let's get into week 28. We'll go over our day trading simplified and our weekly predictions for S&P 500. Let's get into it. Okay, here we are with the Dow. The Dow is in a bullish movement right now. We see we had our range locked out from the previous week. And we have 5 days of after it broke structure from the previous week, it just went up. We're at the beginning of the month of July. So is it what we want to see? I mean, we're glad. What we're really looking for right now is because of this breaker structure, we want to see price to pull back. This 43,295 is still good. We see how much imbalance has been left behind. This is a daily chart. We see how much imbalance has been left behind from each day, where prices, took off from that previous week. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, like 6. So that previous week, it's just been, jumping. We see on the last day of the week last week, price started retracing, left the candle with an equal high here. It came right back into this area right here to the left. Looking back at March 24th, where there was imbalance left, and it came right back into that area, and it has not broken above that area. However, again, new highs are in. Let's go ahead and look at the monthly and see what our plan is from there. So again, here we are with the monthly. We see support here again, 43,925. Right now, there's an imbalance that just came in. The monthly candle has not closed yet, so price can still come into this area, and that's where you see those imbalances on that daily, where price can just move right into this area and then take back off and go for these equal highs right here. We're looking at back here in December and November of last year. Price can come right back into and take out those highs. Let's look at this weekly, see some more opportunities. You also see right here where opportunity for price to come back just into this area. So exactly. Weekly, you have this area right here. Then also right here. Price can come back into. So it's highly likely that price will revisit these areas probably within this week and next week. Price could come just dip right into this area and take off from here. Been seeing good price action again. This equal high right here is telling me like price has kind of lost its momentum. So we are kind of looking for a pullback at this point before continuing up. So let me be clear on that. So, which is good for us. That means a better position, right? So if you're not already in a position, I would be, at least, this is weekly. If you were in a position down here from prior weeks, yeah, I would be moving my stop loss up right now. It's clearly showing that upward momentum is slowing down right here with that equal high candle. And again, daily, have this imbalance here where price can come back to. Also here, that's already taken care of. So we got 3 areas of imbalance on the daily. It did not do it last week. We show on a weekly, we got 2 areas of imbalance. I can move this. So good place to get a buy is down here. It's past the 50% mark. This is the daily. This would be the optimum place to get a buy anywhere below 44,176, anywhere below there. So that's the Dow. Let's go over here to the NAS. Here we are with NAS. This is the daily. You see we had 2 bullish days and then pulled right back into this area. try to clean up this imbalance. Let's look here. Broke the high. So NAS has new highs. Look at that. Look at that. So how can we participate next week with, again, that this, oh no, there's a small wick on this candle here. We're pretty much close to equal highs. We have our close at 22,906.75 and our high at 2362.5. Pretty close for daily. Yeah. What would be real nice is for price to come all the way back here. Let's look at the monthly. So for NAS, price has this area here. We have a pullback. Being at it's the beginning of the month, we want price to pull all the way back to this area and then continue up. Here's our weekly. Have our weekly imbalance here. Let's go ahead. I know we have this down here marked off for this gap. This is our immediate area here that we need to look at. And actually, I'm gonna put that right there, about the middle of that imbalance for the weekly. Let's look our daily and go ahead, outline our new range. Have a breaker structure here. I'm gonna say this is our range right here for our daily. So again, we have this imbalance right here, right below this imbalance of the weekly. So anywhere below 444, 445. Anywhere below that is a good place to start getting buys or look for buys. Would we like it to go lower? Absolutely. You know, looking at a daily, set a limit order anywhere below here. Put your stop loss below here. That's a good risk to reward, especially you want to do it here. Let's take a look real quick before we move on. So there's stop loss here. This is the high. This is why I said we probably want to, lowest possible, wait for that confirmation. If we get that confirmation, I don't think or see the price will come too far below here. But let's look at the 4 hours, see where that opportunity may be. Here, see, there you go. Imbalance here. So with that just turned it a 2-to-1. Price go back up to that area. So, and we're looking for price to continue higher. Where would that go? Let's take a real quick look. What's higher than that? What's the target? It's a good target. Looking here, once we get that pullback, our next target go past the high. Our high here of our next target go past our high here of 23,102.5. Should be 24,161. Again, waiting for price to come back into this area. This is the better bang for your buck. It may just, price just may only come clean up this small imbalance right here and continue up. And then our stop loss will be below here. However, I would not be trying to short anything, or you can attempt to short all the way back down to here. I would just be looking for a price come here. And if it passes here and we get a close below here, I would, look for price to continue on down to here and then continue up. Again, this is the daily, so little bit more to play with. So let's go over here to the S&P and look at our trading plan for the week for S&P. Here we are with S&P. So the indexes you see have been very bullish these past 2 weeks. S&P doing the same thing. We have imbalance left here, equal low here, another imbalance. Highly likely price is going to come back into this area. Let's look at our new range since we had this breaker structure right here. Let's go here. So look, perfect. We had this doji light candle on a daily. Here was our imbalance for a previous week. Let's zoom out. Let's look at the monthly and see where everything is. So we see S&P has made a new high as well, like the NAS, and we're looking for price to come back into this area to get some buys. It has a wick already. So in that case, that it just keeps continuing up, we can look for an entry there as well. However, we would love to see prices come back into these areas here where we have this weekly imbalance. And then here's our daily. Here's our 50% mark here. That would be beautiful. Let's look at the weekly. Okay, that's weekly support. So we have appears a weekly candle with equal low. This was support here. Let's take a look at it like this. It's the middle of that weekly imbalance right there. You see our daily from our range is right below there as well. So anything below 61.67 or 61.68-ish, it's a good area to start looking for buys. 61.48. Yeah, 61.48 is another area. Good places to look for buys. Good place to look for buys. And it's highly likely with these equal lows right here, the price will come back into these areas. Again, let's go down to the daily. Let's go move to the daily. There is a small area of imbalance here where price can just come dip into here and then continue up. So let's just be fully aware. If we start getting price moving down past this area, look for it to take out these equal lows here at what's this low? 62.23. And go into this imbalance here. It doesn't have to go to halfway. However, this would be prime place to get a position 61.68. It's more bang for your buck right there and this is probably more of an easier one to outline with a confirmation or a limit order. It's just when prices like this and you see a lot of imbalances left, I don't like to, unless you get a good confirmation, set a limit order in the middle where there's still a lot of imbalance here, imbalance here. This would be a good place. And you see here's a 4-to-1, with your stop loss right below here, where it looks like there was support right here, and that's like the middle of your daily. So anywhere, below this 50% mark of this imbalance for the weekly, 61.68, good place to get in. Again, just be careful as we watch price. Make sure you get a good confirmation here on a 4-hour, even a 1-hour where you get good support stepping in would be that signal that price is going to probably continue up from there and not just retrace all the way down to this area. So have a plan. Let's do gold before we get out of here. Here we are with gold. So gold still in consolidation here. Haven't had much movement. It's just been kind of up and down. It has not even broken outside of our range yet. It's kind of really stayed around our 50% mark here. So right now, there's possibilities with gold, and I believe maybe in a couple weeks ago, I got a position with gold. No, actually, I did get one quick position. I think it was overnight last week. It may have been this candle here. What is this? Tuesday. It was absolutely Tuesday. I got in after hours. Price went up. Um, and I was able to close with, nice little profit. There's you know, opportunity here. However, this is consolidation. We need to see price in one direction or the other. It looking here and then drop back down here. So our price is below this range here. We may be taking out these lows down here. We see here prices already tapped into this one here. There was still some left, and this is the daily. Then we have this gap as well. So price may be coming back down to this area to go ahead and clean up these inconsistencies. So again, so the plan. Let's look at the monthly and drill down. Even with our daily, we have 2 monthly candles. It look like, what are these highs? These highs are, here's our high for this candle for the monthly, 34,757. This high, 34,706.3. Those are dang near equal highs on a monthly. So highly likely price is going to come back into that area. Let's see with this though. Two bearish candles, almost doji like. That's how you know like consolidation. Look, the body of these monthly candles are not that big, and price has gone up and come right back to the same place for the past 2 months. So it looks like gold is slowing. I'm not saying which way it's going. It looks like it's slowing right now. That's why I said it's only showing consolidation right now. Step out to the weekly. Not really any weekly imbalances or any anything sticking out. It's our high. This is kind of OBE right here. We can go ahead and delete that. Weekly has even been within our daily range that we just had marked out. Only thing I can see is, price come back to this area. Then we also have this high here. Last week it didn't take out this high up here. Then it retested it and then dropped down. We had a break of structure down here. Price came right back into this area, and now it's looking like it's coming down. That's why I say it's highly likely price is probably going to come back down to this area before continuing up. If not, we should get some kind of support around here, around 32.11. 32.11, is that right? So we'll see it bounce somewhere around here if it's not going to continue down. We won't get a close below these lows here, which that's what we really need to see. But definitely if we get closes below, what is this? What is this low? 32.50. Definitely we get a close below there. We know price is going to continue down. This is the daily again. Price is probably going to continue down and probably touch the bottom of this range for the daily. Yeah, that's all I can see right now. Just be kind of cautious with this. Overall, gold is bullish. We've had 2 bearish months. I would be looking for shorts. And again, we had the previous week where price popped up for a second, didn't quite take out this high, and then continue back down. But it did test this equal high right here, equal high daily candle. So uh, we have time to take a look at Bitcoin. Let's take a quick look at Bitcoin. So I don't have Bitcoin marked up, but same thing. Price is really within this range. Did have a breaker structure down here. It popped up, has not broken this structure here. So Bitcoin is in consolidation as well. We still have these imbalances down here left. Let's look at the monthly. Monthly, not really showing us anything. Do have a small imbalance down here. It's for price to come back to. Of course, we would love to see it come back to this area. We've had price test this high up here 3 times now. So maybe 4th time is a charm, but I would definitely be looking for price to at least come back into this area 99.050 to get a position for it to continue up, and that's on the monthly. What it was showing imbalance here 102.690, and definitely down here 92.115. That would be beautiful for price to come back into this area to get position. Overall Bitcoin is and that's on a weekly. Overall Bitcoin is right there, very bullish, and that's that's what we're looking at. Go ahead and put this here. Middle of that imbalance, 92. Look at that, perfect. Let's do this. I did not mean to do that. Let's look at that. What time you be able to eyeball things like that? And that's the weekly 9,200. Perfect area for price to come back to get support on the 4-hour, on the daily, and position to come into play at that point. We can go ahead and mark our daily range. Broke structure here, high, low. Get this our daily range. Where we see the gaps, the imbalances, and everything right there. So again, remember Bitcoin is looking like consolidation. So we need some closes below these areas on the daily to signal us that, hey, it's time to get sales, at least to this area while we're waiting for buys. And then vice versa, get close below there. Hey, waiting for confirmation for price to get the buys for them to continue back up. So you don't necessarily have to work it short. Bitcoin is bullish. Find a nice position down here, get position, and let it ride up. So again, this is June 6th, week 28, 2025. We just went over our weekly predictions for S&P 500. This should be a great trading week. Just pay attention where the market, the instruments we went over that are in consolidation. Wait for your confirmation before getting a position. We did show some potential areas to get those positions. And with the other indexes that have been very bullish, be patient. Wait for your position. Wait for the confirmation, so that you're getting in the best position to minimize your risk while you're entering the trade. So this is the Investment Process Channel. Have a great trading week.